Alright. We'll check things here. Looks like it's loading okay. I'll do a sound check. Alright. We'll check things here. Looks like it's loading okay. Right, sound looks like it's going okay. We could probably close these tabs, just keep this open. Keep things at a minimum for internet usage and stuff like that. Alright. Close this. OBS and just Unreal's open. Okay. So just try to get a couple seconds in here, and I was just trying to go through a little bit of fixes and try to remove these guys. And in order to do that, what level is this? This is modern mall. Okay. In order to do that, I'm going through everything. This is moon base now. Connected. Game mode. Save all. And like I said, I really wanted to work on the map with you guys today. It's been a while since we did some map work, and I probably want to just keep some things simple, but we can go through it here. And yeah, just trying to get rid of this guy here. You can see we need to change some things. Office. What is office? Alright, that was the original office. Oh. And we'll just try to quickly here get rid of the GM, and then I'll know that one's gone and go forward with that. This is office enclosed because this will be a trapped environment and we'll be working on this. World partition. This does not have a world partition. Darn. To make things simple, I might rename this. Because we still have everything hard coded. I'm going to make a new map and copy and paste everything into the new map. Yeah, we'll do that. But for now, we will do infected. Save all. A little bit bigger of a map. The transfer might be slow as well. So we'll go to get rid of this, and that's done. Going to the schoolyard. Infected. Game mode. Save all. Go and delete that. Shipping yard. Infected. And again, a lot of these maps actually won't have infected as its default. It might have just something else as its default. Maybe even like Globby or something. And then obviously we're setting the specific game mode when we're booting into the level. And ooh, this is one of the more important ones. some of our widgets I notice aren't working, like for instance our bullets and stuff. Alright, match over. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat there. Did I go through this? I feel like I must have gone through this. That, or he finally kind of did things nicely, and I can appreciate it. But this is cast to infected game mode because we don't need to have every map its own version, which is nice. We'll be able to travel to. Where is our travel? Yeah, okay. That's good. Travel to. Because we're going to have our own travel to that we have adjusted. It's not being used anymore. So when it's over, it should just travel back to our map. Make sure it has 3. Make sure it has 3. There we go. That looks like that's it. It's just the one line of code. So we should be able to close this. Woodlands. Infected. Save all. Boom. Good to go. Should be able to delete this now. Just has memories and references. One file down. But like I said, it's already 10 minutes in. I said I wanted to really work on maps, the map level today. So, again, one of our main levels will be an enclosed office, where obviously you don't want the player and stuff running away. So, yeah. So we're going to hit F2, and we're going to add 2 to this. Source code, config init, and texture files may need to be replaced /54 includes. Otherwise, F6 can be missing in. We have a lot of assets that reference this enclosed office, and it's just saying that by renaming it, some of those things won't work anymore, which is understandable because, but we are going to make a new map with the exact naming of that, so it should all just work. It'll just open that new map instead. It's just that still, I think last time I tried in Unreal Engine 5, it's hard to make a world partition in a map that already exists sometimes. There's like weird bugs and stuff. So it's easier just to make a new map. So we'll go to this map. Look at this side here. Just realize sometimes it won't highlight properly if you do that. So we do want to make sure that everything's open, sadly. We're going to have to check. This is a lot of stuff. So exit door I'm looking for. this paste could be insane. Yeah, going to probably test the limits of my computer here again. Yep, you're right. So we want to click the top one, or maybe even the little top one. We'll click all the way down to the bottom, and we'll shift click, and that will highlight everything. And we will right click here. We will copy. We'll hit Control C. Then we'll do File, New Level, and we want an open world empty because we want world partition, and we will create. We'll hit Control B, and this will bog my computer down for a bit. Oh, that actually worked out a lot better than I expected. Look at oak. So that's just shading and stuff going away. Interesting. Okay. So the game mode will actually leave blank. We can, in fact, preview grids. We have main grid cell for this map. We'll do 1600. Try to add a new one. This could be white. This could be purple. Sure. We'll try to do 800. No, won't let us. Well, in that case, we just need the one grid. Don't need to preview grid anymore. Right, details. And obviously, everything will be a part of the main grid. So these deck boards. Alright, we want to have an inside patio kind of area. So now we could minimize all this. So, arena geometry. We'll create a subfolder called floor, and in the subfolder we'll make a new folder called patio deck. We will move this to patio deck. There we go. The other thing we'll do is we'll look at this object here. We'll make sure it's nanited. We'll apply changes. We'll look at it. Looks fine. Notice how it doesn't have walls. Is that supposed to be the case? All the more reason why we should extend the patio deck. All right. We'll look at this material subfloor. Prop base. Okay. We will go to finding home, materials, masters, berry, summer, ground, and poster. We don't really have a base material right now, so we'll just stick with his. That's fine. And it is a material instance. That's what I was kind of looking for, which is good. Okay. Which is called wood floor. Where is this guy? It's in static meshes. Okay, that's fine. So, it's a to be sorted. Alright. New folder. Merge meshes. We'll call that, and we'll maybe have the same kind of sorted as static message. New folder, prefab meshes. And it's just so we can easily adjust if we need to. In prefab meshes, we will make a blueprint class of type static mesh actor. We'll call this patio floor layout. We'll call this infected. correction. Yeah, that's what we were gonna do, weren't we? Try to make things slightly easier. That's really game specific. So we have game modes, infected. Then we're gonna have a new thing called prefabs. Mesh prefabs. And I didn't do anything with this, so we could just quickly make a new one here. And blueprint static mesh actor, select, and we do patio floor layout. So we know because what patio floor layout this is specifically, because it's in the infected game mode. Correct. This map will be used for many different game modes. Darn it. So I guess this is still right. We have to come up with great naming conventions at some point. But yeah, this map will be used for many things. So, prefab meshes. Mesh actor. So this map will be used for many different things. It was a patio floor layout, and it's for the office. Enclosed. Or maybe that's what we could do. We could tie these to a specific map. So, office enclosed. Prefabs, and then we will do static mesh actor patio layout. So it's the office enclosed prefab mesh, and this is the patio layout that we're doing. In patio layout, we're going to add a static mesh actor. We're going to click on this, browse to location, click on this, and we're going to insert that here. And name this floor tile. With the floor tile that is now nanited, we will look and check. It is nanited, so we can save and close this. We will then look how big this is. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 big. So that's perfect. We could just do duplicate. So it's Control Z, Control Z. Okay, let's just click on the elements. Okay, duplicate. 2. So let's try 200 here. Darn, 205. Darn, I hate when it's going to be an odd number. 204. 204. Looks like it works. Alright, we're going to duplicate that because I'm going to Dave, so minus 204 and see how that looks. Good. We'll duplicate these, and hopefully we should just do 408 and minus 408. We're at 5, and we should be able to just do these here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Control D, and that should bring us to 9. Right? So 6. That's 6, 12. 7 is minus 6, 12. 8 is 8, 16. And 9 is minus 8, 16. So we have a patio floor that's 9 wide now, but we do want to double it up. So this should be 18. So from 10 to 18, we want to increase the x by 405, minus 405. Was it farther then? 15? 14? Minus 412? 13? Maybe we could have a slight gap in like everything else. 14. And that'll be just the slight gap that we run across. Okay. So this is minus 414. We're going to half this, so minus 207. So minus 207. We're going to take these first half. We're going to add to 207. So now this floor is centered and it's a complete even 4. And this is our patio floor layout. Yeah, we could do it over here. Maybe finding home, prefab meshes, obviously enclosed. We got our patio floor here. And this will be 0, 0, 0, and 0. Unfortunately, I want to see if I can click here, click everything here. Nope. Like as I was saying before, you actually have to have all these open or else it won't register. We're going to try to kind of move everything out of the way. We're going to kind of build our map similar to what this playstyle is. But slightly different. We want to have some symmetry, some stuff like that. Deck floors there, flower boxes, leaves, fruit. I hope it's not individual leaves. It's gonna kill me. Our objective is to cut down on this. We shouldn't have this many objects. It's as you can see, it's already a major pain. And to organize, move things, it's just a nightmare. But I like the look, I like the way things are, and I kind of want to do a flow around this. So the point of setting this map up with like a temp kind of map is that when I have the test going through and the game's out and we get adjustments, we have somebody that comes along, like an environment artist that's a set dresser, as they call them, and they're going to do very fine detail, bloody things up, make things look good, move things, trash, make things look a little bit more zombie affected, trash like. And when they're doing that, you can't be running all over the place to try to find this different things here. Alright, so we are going to click here, scroll all the way down, and click like here. So we have everything right now, and we want to move it. We probably won't be using any of these stuff, but we want a reference guide. We want to be able to see this. So, boom. There we go. And to keep things light, we'll probably be deleting things on the way. We do have a couple of player sticks, but we also have these. Are these different? I don't think so. So, we have this patio set. Kind of want to... Well, leaves, these are individual. Interesting. So I'll finish off what we're doing here, and then we'll come back to the next guy. So what we're doing here is we're going to click on this. This is our patio layout. It has this here. We're going to go to Tools, and we're going to Merge Actors. And you can see it's just a floor tile, everything like that. We're going to Merge Actors. We're going to go to Finding Home, Static Meshes, Merged Actors, New Folder, Office, Enclosed. And this will be just patio. Oh, this is patio floor. Now we open this up, we can nanite this guy. You can see he has just one material, right? We can check out our collisions, make sure, simple collision, yep. And so we will go down here to advanced, maybe not, use simple collision as complex. So we will, if you go click check complex, it is just a simple collision. If you click simple collision, it's still the simple collision. Because we do not need for a floor mesh anything more complicated than that. Right. And like I said, it has nanites. so we don't need to worry about LEDs. We can save this. And we can now close this layout unless we change the layout later. Now we have that layout just in case we need to change it later. We put this out here. Oh, this is, we want this to stay here. And now this one we could delete. And this one we want to set to 0, 0, 0. Now this is just a simple static mesh. And we'll move this to floor. We'll move this to floor. We'll actually delete deck because the floor will end up being quite small. LM. Am I looking at something into something? Oh. Right. Because we've done the floor, we could probably actually just remove it now. Like I said, we're going to remove as we go. And now that this is done, we can actually remove that. So yeah, we might end up placing in things as we go. But for visuals, in this case, I might drag over these guys. This guy too. Yeah. We're going to bring this all the way over, and we're going to start doing these guys here. This railing went a little far. Maybe because it went down here. Yeah, we won't have that. This wall will actually probably extend all the way to the side or something. We won't want that. That's fine, fine, fine. Alright. So we'll start off with this railing. For this we will Control G, I believe. Or Shift G. It's ungrouping these. Groups, ungroup, and Shift G. Yeah, that's ungroup. So we need to know how many of these are. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Has the numbers on there, and it looks like it's in order. So I'll keep my eye on the number on the here while I scroll through to make sure there isn't really a skip. So what's to 40? It's till 40, column 40. And this is what do we call this? Concrete railing. As well change it instead of just a column. What was this? Wood floor, that makes sense. Column, when it's clearly not really a column. No, we'll have to change that. So we'll go to where this home is, and we'll call this F2 railing. That's what type of thing it is. And it's concrete. It's concrete railing. And we'll go into it. We want to make sure it's nanited. We will apply that. And we'll take a look at the material instance. It's just using that basic prop thing, which is fine. It's good, and it's a material instance here. It's good. All right. So we'll do the same thing kind of as the floor. We will go to the other browser here. Browser 1. Find your home. Prefabs, enclosed, and we could even just duplicate this and call this patio railing. I don't want to say layout every single time, like that's going to get redundant. Patio floor. You're just going to make files really, really big. So I'll just hit L for layout. And then there will be other things other than layouts for the static meshes. There will be like types and designs and so it'll be like D2, D3 for different designs. So yeah, we have patio floor layout, patio railing layout. We'll go in here to viewport. Oh, yeah, it might not be worth it. I'm just gonna go right back down to 1. We could close floor now. We could, again, make sure we have this highlighted. We'll insert this here. We'll call this railing tile. And again, this should be at 0, 0. But now we need to kind of offset this, I think. Oh, this is actually at the corner, so that's perfect. Looks like it's just Duolingo. So we will put this guy, duplicate him, tile 2. Ugh, 49, 48, 46, it's 46, kind of annoying. Duplicate this guy, 46 times 2 is 92. Duplicate this guy. minus 46. And so we're at 4 here. We'll duplicate that guy. 92 plus 46 is 98 plus, so 138, I believe. Plus 40, yeah. But at least with these guys here, it'll be a little bit easier because I've already seen it, so it's already 92. I want to stick on these guys because, well, I guess I'll know. No, yeah, I want to make sure I'm doing it in order here. 6 is 44, 84, 184, and then click on here, duplicate this one. 138. So I'm at 8. I'll do one more set. So 7, duplicate, and again it's 46. So we're looking at 90 plus 40 is 230. Obviously, if we look at this guy, it's 184, so when we duplicate this, it's going to be minus 184. And that's the 10. Remember, we need 40. I believe. So we could actually go to finding home, prefabs, enclosed, railing, 0, 0, or we go 90. Yeah, you can see that we still need quite a bit to go to do it, and I believe it is 40. So, trying to think of the best way to do this. Actually, I might just keep having to do it this way. That way I don't get confused. So this is 76. Right. Minus 230. 82 plus 40, 322. So, minus 276. We just kind of have to do this till 40. It's a painful way, but at least it's accurate, you know what I mean? And then yeah. But later on, if we need to adjust the railing, it will be simple-ish. We'll just move this specific one we want. And that's why these could be a pain. Plus 46 is 368. 322. Duplicate. 74. So 414. So if I duplicate this, it's minus 368. Ah, this is very tedious. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to make this kind of symmetrical. And then we're going to, so yeah, just so it's just like not constant, maybe I'll go and kind of talk about this for a second. Well, that's why there's so many more railing. We'll kind of fix that in a sense. Yeah, we're going to have two of these buildings side by side, and kind of two floors. So we will actually utilize the stairs they give us. They have elevators here. Might kind of have the elevators kind of, but we will utilize the stairs. Instead of going into the nether, we'll actually utilize those stairs. We'll kind of be right here where this is. Or maybe like right here actually. What's here? The washrooms? We'll move the washrooms down or over. Or maybe we'll just do the patio. There's two entrances. Maybe we could H it. Kind of gives a much wider map for more people to work with and stuff. Alright, so we'll go back to this guy here. We were at 18, so we're almost halfway there. Duplicate 19 would be 20 plus 40 is 60, so 460. And this was 414, so we duplicate this. This will be minus 414. Oops, that's double minus. Alright, halfway there. Duplicate 66 plus 40 is 506. And that was minus 460. Sorry about this, guys. It's just that we don't want a ton of these individual railings there. It's just too much. But also, we kind of want it centered, so if we're going to use these railings somewhere else in another map or something, it's very easy to place. 512 plus 40 is 52. And another good way on how we're going to try to center it, maybe I'll go over that here so we could double click this railing, is see how this is actually minus 340, and or when this is the 0, 0 mark, like this is 0, 0, 0, right? This is, you know, to have this at 0, 0, Um, I guess you could see with this here isn't quite centered. So sometimes when you're rotating or trying to place it, it can be annoying. So we're just trying to center that as best as possible. So, but this is centered on the first piece, and that's where the kind of position is. And so that's where you can see it's going to get kind of hectic. So if it's centered on the first piece, and this is not even on the first piece, so this is the first piece is over here, so this is kind of where we're going to see it in a sense. This is 23. These are different. So this was minus 506. Oops. So 598. .552. So duplicate this. We'll do minus 552. Duplicate this. So that's 604 plus 40 is 644. And that's 6 is 50, so 690. Six 644, 698, 644. So yeah, I'm gonna duplicate that. So 6 is 696 plus 40 is 736. 736. This is 690. That's 42 plus 40 is 82. 782. And 736. Let me just check with this one. 736. 736. Okay. Almost there. 6 is 88 plus 40 is 828. 828. And that's 782. So duplicate there. So again, this is going to be plus 6 is 34, plus 4 is 74. My mind's getting kind of fried here with all these. I didn't think it would be this bad right off the hop. $874, $828. So we gotta click on this guy and duplicate this. 828. 828. So yeah, that guy was 828. And then yeah, finally on the last set here. So duplicate this. 6 is 80 plus 40 is 920. And then again, this guy here is 874, so we get this last even duplicated, and it is 74. Whew. Now we actually want to duplicate this entire rail system. So we almost just go from here to here, shift click, duplicate. This should be do 79, it should be an error. Do 80 should work. And we should be able to go from 41 50, 60, 70, shift click here. Looks like we got them all. We're going to move them this way, compile and save, and then we're going to see where that gets us. And no, we want it on the other side, so we want to show it this way. Compile, save. Control Z. Well, actually, this we just put 0. Probably need to Control Z. So we want this kind of lined up. It does stick out slightly on both ends. That would fine, we'll do something. And we want this to be, if we do 0, it is way over there. We want it closer to the edge, so minus 100, not quite, minus 150. That's kind of where we want it. That's fine. But we want this other one on the other side. So we're going to grab this, move it to this side, and we're going to hit compile, save, and see, there we go. And with this guy as our gauge, we have this little line here, a little line there. Probably need a little bit more room. So this is 150, I think we want it. Compile and save. That's a little bit too much. 140. File and save. Yeah, now it looks about the same. Except we'll just have to adjust this plant. So it's, let's see. Now our cursor is dead center and it's easier to kind of place this prefab later. Prefab is done. And what we will be doing then is going here, tools, merging actors. We're getting all these railings, merging them into one actor, finding home, static meshes, merge meshes, enclosed office, and we're going to call it patio railing. So we are going to do underscore M for merge, or merge. We don't want to be material. Patio floor merged. And MI is material instance. Maybe we could short form it with just MR. Or just G, merge. We're not going to D it. We kind of know it's merged. Boom. So we're going to find where these columns are, and we're going to delete these. There we go. Want to save this now. Because we've done so much work, and that's also what I wanted to check. So we want to go all the way out to content folder, fix up all redirectors, the other thing with this is when you have all these prefabs and stuff, if you had a crash, our prefab is saved. You just quickly throw it back in, boom, that's it. And the prefab, you know what I mean? And so we don't lose as much if we were to crash and we didn't have this level saved. We're gonna fix up redirectors, this is, yeah. So now we want to save this map. We're going to click on here and remove the 2. We should be able to save it. Now, I definitely find whenever you're doing a lot of edits with world partition, you have to delete your save folder a lot, because the save folder, you see how it's generating all these little files, so it saves every little file. Every little file kind of has, especially for a map like this, its own actor kind of placement logged. Uh, and what a simpler way of doing that is outside of the engine or outside of the map itself. Every object has saved its location and information about it. That way, when you're doing a multi-group project and many people are working on this project, a lot of people can move around and edit the same assets without worrying about, or not the exact same asset, but the level itself. Multiple people can be on the level itself, and not have a problem. It's the only time is when they're both actually specifically moving that exact asset where we'll have a conflict to be like, hey, Billy moved that asset. Who, you know what I mean? And also Tim moved that asset. Where, what position are we overriding or taking for sure for this specific asset? But for source control, it's way better. But obviously, when you're just working on your home computer, and it saves the location of thousands and thousands of assets, because you have a massive level or a big open world, it can really kind of bog down your system. So, yeah, make sure you kind of clear your save when you're kind of happy where everything is, because it's just going to regenerate that save folder again every time you log in and start playing with assets. So, yeah. It's taking a bit to save. There we go. All right. Now, even this, I believe, is the blueprint asset. We have floor. And I think we're going to do railings. No, we're going to do patio area. Floors are floors. They're pretty important. Because they're going to sometimes, we will set it so that they're always loaded and they're not a part of the partition. And also sometimes when you're spawning things, like certain horde modes and stuff like that, they'll need all the floors, and you might end up merging all the floors into just like specific, like if you have two levels, like a first floor and a second floor, you might just have two floors. So this patio floor might be merged into the rest of the floors. And it's just easier for hitboxing and stuff like that, where there's going to be different areas in the map and different stuff. So this is in the Geometro area, where we'll do a subfolder and call it patio area. And we'll go to the folder here, find it home, static meshes, merged meshes, up and closed, railings merge. Because again, we still have this blueprint which has a bunch of individual tiles. We don't even want that. We want it to look like one smooth, solid railing system, like that. We can open this up now, apply nanite to it. So you just have this one mesh with this one thing. Cool. Zero. Minus 30, actually. Or minus 50, actually. Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty dead on, even. I think it looks pretty good. Took a lot longer than I expected. This guy here, we'll just delete. Oh, I hit no, 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 no. We don't want to break any references and stuff. We'll hit Shift G, and then we'll delete it. That should just go fine. So this, we're not going to just leave as all these individual leaves. And it seems like he must have actually, so we got 91 to 98 here, so we hit Shift G, 91 to 98, okay, so there is an actual flower box. And again, I don't like the group of the assets, so we're going to have again, we're going to mirror this, so in a sense, I like alternate them, but to alternate them, I'm going to have these added. So first, we're going to go back to our folders here. We're going to check this flower box, open it up, apply the nanite to it. So we can get rid of our railings now. And if we need it, we can always come back to it. We're going to get rid of all these here. I will come back to that. A lot of that stuff's kind of like the boring kind of things that we're doing, making things work. And we can come back to that stuff after. So we want this flower box to be this. Double check the material. It's just using the base pro, and it's MI. That's good. Alright, so this guy is good. Yeah, this guy's pretty much good. Now we want these leaves. We're going to open up this. Open up this. This has its own special plant thing. I understand. It's fine. But we still want to try to nanite it. Nanite in 5.3 should work on plants, so we will see how this looks. Yep, still looks good. Perfect. And we'll now go back to Find and Home. Prefabs, enclosed. Duplicate the floor. It's going to be easy to work with. And we'll call it patio flower pot layout. Open that up. We will delete viewport and delete, and then again for the actual flower pot, we will click on the second browser here, minimize it and search for it, and we'll insert that there. There we go. Not too sure why that wasn't working. And we will try to send with this guy, of course. Center, center, centered. And we'll call this oh yeah, we'll call it a flower box actually. I just realized that, so flower box layout. Flower box, and we'll duplicate this. We'll call it flower. For the flower, we're going to click on this guy now. Click on this and search it. And in here, we're going to insert it. There we go. I'm actually going to try to slow the speed down a bit for my camera. Looks like we want it to be 25 actually. Yeah. At least. Maybe 22. So, and this is where I was going with the layout and type. So, this will be flower pot box layout 1. And then we will duplicate this to layout. And in this case, we will so 30, 40, 10. No, this would need to be 20. Unless, let's see here. 50. try minus 45. And this would be minus 35 or minus 25. So minus 45 minus 25. This would be minus 5. Or this would still be minus 35? No. This would be minus 25. And this should be minus 35. So it like disseminates by 10. But maybe, like I was thinking, this is a little too clustered. So maybe this is 30. So if this is actually going down by like 15s, this would be 30 minus 15 would be 15. I don't mind that one actually. So this would be 0, and these are 10, and these are minus 10. Yeah, okay. That would be the next pot. And we'll just have we'll take a look at how this pot's designed. They look like they're just kind of randomly thrown in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we might end up getting 8 in this. So. Oh. Okay. So we're going to need this guy here, because it would be easier to do on this side. 30 is here. This would be 45. And again, that's actually 8 plants. That's 5 on one side and 4 on the other. So we'll actually just do the weird symmetrical thing. So it looks like we're going 40. So we will duplicate this, and we'll have plant box 3. So flower 1 will be minus 10, minus 40. And flower 2 will be 10 and 40. And then flower 3 would be 20. Flower 4 would be 20 or minus 20. Flower 5 would be 0. Flower 6 would be 0. Also, there's actually only 7 flowers, 4 on one side, 3 on the other. Actually, 2 spread, 2 close. This would be 40. And then we would duplicate this guy. This would also be 40. So there is a gap there. Do I still need to do 15s, I'm guessing, then? So this is 40. So this would be 20. Or maybe 10. And this would be 10. And this would be minus 10. And this would be minus 10. Yeah, it would be 15, because then, so this would be minus 15, minus 15, this would be 15, 15. So that actually goes 40 to 15.